Hello, Shining Ones. Megas here on a beautiful day in Asha. If you're brand new to the channel, we're Zoroastrians. We are the Magi. Today we're in Zarathustra's Gatha's Song 5. And oh, it's powerful. I love the way it starts. It says, "O false gods, beware. The Magi are here." So powerful. And my friends, today I want to talk about demons, false gods. And what brought this on, I was going to do Song 5 anyway, but our wonderful friend Harold, I want us all to pray for him. He feels like he's being attacked by demons. Even, he said, possessed by demons. And Harold, do not fear. Everything's going to be okay. I've heard this story so many times, and I hope to bring your heart and mind to peace today. But if not, I ask you, please, get counseling. It helps so much. Go to a professional. I'm not talking some counselor at the Baptist church. I'm talking someone that went to school for 10 years, got their doctorate, and knows how to get into that subconscious mind and root out those wrong ideas and beliefs that are driving you crazy, my friends. But I think I can help you today, my friend. But I want everyone to pray right now, and also see our brother being healed, peace and understanding coming to his mind. There is no devil, there are no demons. They're not real, so they can't hurt you. And it goes so perfect with Song 5, "Oh, false gods, beware," because you're going away, because the Magi are here, and the Magi are the flame keepers, and we hold the truth. And the truth is, there's no devils, there's no demons. And so our wonderful friend Harold said, but Megas, don't the Zoroastrians believe in an evil spirit and the devas, right? Let me explain that to you. So the evil spirit, Angra Mainyu, it's angry mind. It's all about mind, right? When we're talking about spirits here, think about like the Christmas spirit, right? It's mind, it's emotions, it's feelings, it's ideas, it's beliefs. It's all in mind. And so there's the angry mind. And if you really go back to the Avestan language, it really translates constricted mind. And then there's Spenta Mainyu, which is the Holy Spirit, good spirit, and it's progressive mentality. So we start with good and it gets better and better and better, right? Like in Asha 1. So what I've seen, I've shared the story with you, my friend in Florida. He was raised Catholic, so he believed in demons, and he thought he was being attacked by demons. And he is having these whispers in his ear and these voices talking to him, and he thought it was real. And you can build on that and lose yourself in it, and especially when you get trapped in those loops of OCD. And my friends, but it's all in mind. So you can set yourself free by having a new mind, a new thought, a new idea, a true idea. And the first thing I want you to get, there's no devils, there's no demons. So those devas, they're wrong ideas. And I'll tell you how this got started. People wanted to give an image, personification to these different ideas. So think of this like with the demons. If there's a general, right, and they want to go in and wipe out the men, women, and children of this other nation, bring back the spoils, right? And so they need to get in that mindset of courage and anger and violence. Excuse me. And they tell stories, and they'll make this personification of this warring idea. So they'll have a warring God, right? And so they can embrace it, and they hear the stories of this warring God, how it had no fear. Right? It went in with no fear. And so now the young soldiers, young men, they're scared to go in and risk their life. And so now they're listening to the story of this God with no fear. And now that's their God. And they're going to take that God into them. They're going to have no fear. And then this God wields a hammer, right? And just smashing skulls. And so they take on that persona. And now they can't tell them that that's evil spirit, that's devil stuff, right? They're going to tell them that's God. whatever they call it. That's Shiva the Destroyer. That's Jehovah. That's Allah. That's whatever side you're on. They're going to tell you that's good. Right? So you feel good about what you're doing. Right? I tell this story all the time about the Nazi guard. And he was on his deathbed in his late 80s. And a journalist goes in and goes, do you repent? Do you feel bad about what you did? He said, no, I did it for God and country. Right? And so they take that on. They think it's a God, but obviously the other nations, they call it a devil, a demon. Right? And you see that with Zoroastrians and the Hindus, right? You got the Asuras and you got the Devas, and both sides say the other one's bad and the other one's good. My friends, we got to look at the spirit of it. And that's what's so simple about our religion. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it love? Is it hate? Is it at peace or is it at war? And it's that simple, my friends. So we want to have the right mindset. And you know what? These I'm going to go a little deeper, so stay with me. You're gonna understand why some of these things happen in your mind that make no sense, and I'll explain it to you. And let me touch on that now that I opened up that door. I'll try to make it quick, but it's important. You know, we're all connected, and we do have psychic ability. And I've seen this before in my own life. I remember there was a guy, and he had a goddess. And without him telling me or knowing anything about this goddess, I knew things about her that I couldn't know. You know, I knew she lived in the crossroads. I knew she is associated with the moon and the number 6 and all these things. You know, but it's psychic because we're all connected. And as people come together in a group and they're holding it in their mind, right? You see it with psychic shows. The psychic, the police will hire him to find a missing child. And they'll go to the space and they'll hold objects and they'll tap into the mind of the parents, and they can tell you exactly, you know, what this kid looks like. And the things all pertaining to the things that the police and the parents already know because they're picking up on that psychically, but they can't go any further than that. They can't tell you where the kid is and how to get him back. And so we can pick up. I do it with you guys all the time. I order the Magi. I know a lot of times what you're thinking and feeling, and there's no words exchanged. Right? It's like with the friend that you just think of and all of a sudden the phone rings and it's him. It's that connection. Everything's connected. And so as people make up these demons and these stories, you can connect into it and you're thinking, how do I know this? How's it in my head? Am I possessed by it? How's it taking over me? It's not. We can just tap into that information. And my friends, they have no power over you other than the power you give them. And you know, it can seem like a real hell and torment in your mind. You know, and I use this all the time. Think about a Jewish mother. Well, this fake god Jehovah, that they said, if your son acts up, or daughter, child acts up, stone them with a rock. And so they thought that's real. They think that's a real god, they called it. Right? They're warring God Jehovah. And so the mother was living in a real hell as she bashed the brains out of her real precious child. My friends, but it wasn't real. The only power it had was in her mind, and it was a lie. So as we hold on to the truth, and that's what I want you to do right now, Harold, you need to stand up and say, no! When those demons talk in your brain, and they're not demons, they're just wrong ideas, bad ideas, right? They're not real. Just say no and be forceful, right? I've talked about this before. If you're sitting in your living room watching TV and someone just walks in, right? You don't just cower. You get the baseball bat and tell them to get the fuck out of this house. You do that with your mind too. You don't just let anyone in anything in your mind. Don't give them power. Don't give those false gods power. False gods, devils, demons, beware. The Magi are here with the truth. And it takes all the power away from the lie. Once you know the truth, like my friend in Florida, you know, he since he was a kid, he struggled with OCD and depression and those thoughts and words and voices and demons, he thought. I told him, before I leave Florida, you're going to be healed. We ran those motherfuckers out with a baseball bat every day we came until he was set free. He could have done it like that, But because of his Catholic upbringing, he really thought demons were real. And he was making stupid choices on wrong ideas in his mind that he was picking up on. No! Just say that. No! If you have OCD and you're going to start to get stuck in that loop, no! Just put your foot down. And when you try to start to slip back into it, I ain't doing it. I don't give a fuck anymore. You got to get serious about it, my friend. And you run those wrong thoughts out of your mind. And guess what? You'll find out I'm free. There's nothing to worry about. My God, life is beautiful. You can go, like I'm going to do today, for a walk out in the woods with my deer, and the birds are singing, and the sun is shining, and there's no devils, and there's no demons, and there's no Allahs, and Jehovah's, and Shivas, and bullshit to mess up my mind and say, Megas, you're getting awfully wound up. Because I suffered, my friend. I had OCD so bad from those wrong thoughts, that constricted mentality. When you realize it's just mind, wrong ideas, bad ideas, that people propagated because they wanted you to be fighting, warring, good citizen, right? What does a good citizen then do? Do what you're told. Pay your taxes. Kill and die if we ask you to, for God and country, right? And then what do the other countries think? They think that's a devil. They think they have the God. Their God's telling them to be brave and embody this and go over and kill them and take their stuff. And we got to wake up to the simple truth. There's good and there's bad. It's Osha 13. It's that simple. There's good and there's bad. Now let me touch on this, because there is better than. Okay? And since we talked about someone walking in your front door, the best thing would be they don't walk into your front door, right? They don't walk into your house. They don't break into your house. Okay, so that would be good. That would be God. If you're in that place where there's a hedge of protection around you and your home, and you live in safety and good, that's God. But say you don't get that best scenario. Someone walks in your door. Do you know what's better than? That's what we're shooting for now. It'd be better to run them out with a baseball bat. It's not God. It's not the highest good, but it'd be better than being a helpless victim. Right? You getting beat up, or your family threatened, or whatever. Right? It's better than. We're always reaching for the highest good. Always reaching for the goddess, the goodest. My friends, and you'll get to a place where you'll set down those wrong ideas, that constricted mentality, let that pure Asha truth in, where you get to that place where I am light that darkness cannot enter. I am peace that discord and disease cannot come in. And I hold it, and I won't back down. Darkness, no. Devils, no. Demons, no. False gods, no. I am the light. Right? That's our key to the kingdom. The wisdom rules the world. Asha says that. So it's a mindset. So are you going to choose that mindset or not? And if you can't, if you're not in a place where you can, brother, there's nothing wrong with getting counseling. Nothing wrong with. I've had people that I've counseled, and they still had to go in. They remembered what I said. It wasn't always an instant miracle. We've seen a lot of those, but sometimes they had to go in because they were just their body was just so tense. They had to go in and get some medication. They had to get a doctor, right, that had gone to college for 10 years and learn some of this stuff to set it free. And it helps to talk about it. A lot of times we get these crazy ideas. When you say it out loud, you're, oh man, that's embarrassing. That sounds really stupid, right? And it helps sometimes just someone sit there with a white jacket on and a little plaque behind them that they went to Harvard, and you just speak it out. And just hearing yourself say it sometimes can heal. You're like, well, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Hey, I don't think I need to spend any more money on this. I'm done with that bullshit. Right? I'm done with devils and demons and false gods, and religion really is ridiculous, my friends. And that was a hard thing for me because I had dedicated my life to religion. I've read all the religious books, studied all the different religions. And when I found out, oh my gosh, it's really stupid. It's really dumb, my friends. But you know what? It brought me to truth. And truth is beautiful. Good is beautiful. Love is beautiful. That pure, good spirit is beautiful, so much better than the religions and the nonsense and the stories that are so stupid. Oh my gosh. Well, once you wake up to truth and you go back and you'll read your stories from whatever your holy book is, you're going to think, how did I ever think that was real? I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for myself. I went to Bible college. I paid for the nonsense. My friends, how did I ever think? Oh, it baffles the mind. Let's read Zarathustra's Song 5. Oh, false gods, beware, the family, the Magi are here. Verse 2, the wise God, an ally through Vohumenu, the God mind. This is what we're tapping into, that Christ mind, where you and the God good are one. You and God are one, inseparable, the good God. A friend through Asha. That's what I love. Good Spirit is your friend. Best friend. We have chosen the good and progressive serenity for you. And they say, may it be ours. Peace is ours, is yours, Harold. It says, wise Lord, remember well the fact that in your dominion, under Asha, your doctrine, your world, your word shall prevail. Right? That's what's real. That's the real above all real. The perfect creator's perfect idea. Asha, get this, Harold. This is probably what happened to you and many others. It says, verse 9, the evil teacher destroys with his teachings the doctrine of wisdom. Now, these evil teachers, they call themselves good teachers, don't they? But they're teaching gods that get angry, jealous, hate, war, kill men, women, children, devils, demons, blah, blah, ridiculous stories. Stone your children, kill men, women, and children. God that sends sickness and disease, sacrifice your firstborn son. Verse 10, indeed, the false teacher destroys with the doctrine. And listen to this. This is so important. This is how those false teachers work. They tell you it's worse to look at the world with plain eyes. They say, don't trust your heart. Don't trust your eyes. Only trust their books, their Bibles, their Qurans, their Gitas, whatever. Right? Don't look at the world with plain eyes. Don't trust your heart. Did you guys see that in the comments yesterday? Someone sent me a quote of a Bible verse that hearts are wicked. You can't trust it. Right? Why did they do that? Because you would never go in and kill the men, women, and children and bring back the spoils, right? And keep sex slaves if you felt with your heart, right? They say, don't trust your heart. It's going to lie to you. Just listen to Jehovah. Listen to your priest. Kill. Go. Right? So it's so simple if you'll stand back and look at it, but they keep you in fear. They threaten you with hell, right? Jehovah's going to get you. Allah is going to get you. And if he don't, they will. It says also they destroy life, who regard the wrongful as lords and ladies. Right? If the seizing priests have chosen wealth over righteousness. About money, power. They call themselves godly. You can easily see they're not. I'm going to leave it there. Well, yeah, I'll finish up. Let's go to verse 16. It says, wise Lord, because this is important. Maybe you need to hear this too, Harold. It says, wise Lord, I am powerful enough to meet the threats and restrain the crime of the wrongful directed against me and my friends. You're strong enough. You're powerful enough. You just got to take back your mind. Don't give the lies, the false gods, the devils, the demons, any power. You starve them, they go away. Just know, they ain't playing that game. And then replace it with good, right? Think of the loving Father. Think of the all good Spirit. Think of the angels in you and around you, the good ones, the good spirits. And again, we're talking mind and emotion, right? Think about the attributes of God. You got Harvatat, it's wholeness. So feel that wholeness. Emeritat, it's that God life. Feel God life. You come from good spirit. You're made of good spirit. You shall return to good spirit. Right? Set down the wrong ideas, the wrong spirits, the wrong energy. Don't let yourself fall into anger and hate and fear and those low frequencies. Come up high. Let's do that together real quick. Say, Asha is. Because that's what's real. It's the only thing that could come from the perfect Creator's perfect mind. So that's substance, only good. So whatever things you're fearing about, they're not real. So take comfort in that first. Now feel the spirits. Say, love is. And I want you to feel love right now. Feel a pure love. And notice that in this love, there is no hate, fear, or greed, or violence. Say, I am light. And in light, there is no darkness. See that this light that is in you and around you, darkness cannot enter. This good, evil cannot enter. And hold these frequencies, these truths. And pieces. Right now, take a long, deep breath. And release. Do it again. Long, deep breath. And release. Let all the muscles in your body relax. And just know, in truth, everything is okay. You can allow yourself to be at peace right now. There's no devils. There's no demons. Those spooky false gods aren't real. The truth is, God is just good. It means the highest principle of good. God and good are the same thing. Just bask in that. The original word, only good, comes from the Creator and no evil. From this original word, our spiritual world is made straight. Our material world comes into order. The original word of false religion is that evil comes from the Creator. From this false idea is all the evil that creatures suffer. You can end suffering right now with the original word, Asha, all good. Know it, be it. I want you to concentrate on just holding those high frequencies, the love, the peace, the joy. Saying no to the fear and hate and the anger, those false stories, those ridiculous stories. Everything is good. In truth, everything is God. God is omnipresent. My good is omnipresent. My God is here now. My good is here now. Love is, peace is, joy is, Asha is. I love you.